Good morning. My name is Cheryl Woodard, and I am one of the meditation teachers here at Ecumenical Buddhist Society of Little Rock. I'm broadcasting to you today from our bookstore because there's a group of people doing silent meditation in our main shrine room here on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. They're here every week, and you're welcome to join them. Come here. We're all fully open now, and today, though, I want to focus on meditations that you can do if you don't have a lot of time. I mean, ideally, you would meditate every day, 20 or 30 minutes, and develop over time a relationship with a meditation practice that becomes sort of second nature to you because you practice it often. But a lot of times people are just too busy for that kind of dedication or discipline. And also, you might find yourself in a difficult situation where you need to really immediately address the problem that you're having. And meditation can help there. So, what I'd like to do this morning right now is review what the basic meditation is, which has 3 parts, and then talk about ways that you might adapt it in particular circumstances. So, let's start with the basic meditation has the parts, as I said. Settling is the first, opening, and then observing or resting is the third. So we settle by making a time and a space, finding a good seat, settling your body into that seat comfortably, feeling yourself connected to the earth like a tree with deep roots, and as much as you can, bringing your attention to the present moment. That's the settling part. And then opening is you using your breath to connect with the space around you. And so you breathe in. As you breathe in, you consider all the nourishment and nutrients and life-giving energy that the world is providing you. And as you breathe out, you let go of all the things you don't need that are part of living. So to begin, the first time in the day, you might do this 3 deep breaths just to get things rolling, where you put your hands at the base of your belly and breathe all the way down into your hands. Inhale all the way down into your hands, and then exhale. As you exhale, picture the breath going way, way out into space. Shorthand is to think about you're breathing in space and life, and you're breathing out what you don't need. So to get started, you might do that 3 times, deep breathing, and then just breathe normally. And the third part, after you feel settled and open to the space around you, aware of the space around you, then you basically drop any kind of technique or strategy. You simply be there and observe, notice what you see. What is the activity of your mind? You have some curiosity about what you see, but no plans or agendas, or you're not judging what's going on in your mind. You just want to see what it is. So resting with your mind in its natural state means letting it be, not trying to make yourself be calm or mindfully, intensely mindful or anything like that. Whatever you think you should be, you can just let go of all of that and just see what is going on inside of you. And I like to think of it like a person watching birds or something. You don't have opinions about what the birds are doing or agendas, or you're not trying to make the birds do anything. You just want to see the birds. What are they like? What are they doing? So that way, that's the relationship to your thoughts and your mental activities. Just like, what is this? What's it doing? And you do that for a minute or two, and then you drop it. You just go on with your day, or if you have more time, you can go through the whole cycle again, check in with your body, see that your body is still comfortably settled and relaxed, and then open again to space by breathing consciously in and out. Breathe in space, breathe out space. Feel the space around you and within you, and then you can just drop everything and look, like taking your hands off the wheel of the car, just coast. So that's the basic meditation, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the more natural it becomes, just like anything else. And so it becomes then a way that you can actually relate to your life in general with more calm and peacefulness and awareness. But what if there are you're really caught in something, and I'm here to tell you that you can adapt this basic meditation to meet immediate needs that you might have. Like, for example, if you're extremely anxious, you don't like to travel, but you have to get on a plane, and you're just wound up with anxiety, you can do the same exercise, settle, open, and observe, but focus very intently on the settling part, on the body. Do a very thorough scan of the body first. Be aware of tension. Where does the tension live in your body? Where does the anxiety hang out? And just be aware, just look at that part of you, like your stomach is clenched, or your guts are in a knot, or your head hurts. Just note that. Don't ignore it, don't push it away, but just look at it. And then do the breathing to open in, breathe in some space and breathe out. Maybe some of that tension can flow out of you. Do the deep breathing. Do a lot of the deep breathing down into your belly and breathing out into space. Our body actually knows very well how to settle, and so this is a trick of calling on your body to help you settle your mind when your mind is tied up in knots. So that is if you're in an agitated, difficult space. Also, if you're overcome by a strong emotion, maybe angry, very angry at somebody, in the midst of being very angry at somebody, or fearful of something, just totally in the grip of some strong emotion. Again, settle the body, because that will help. But also focus on the openness, because emotion tends to make us feel claustrophobic. And that's kind of how they work, is that they close in. You close in everything else, and then it's like putting a fire into a smaller space. It burns more hot, more intensely, because it's closed in. And so if you want to dissipate some of that energy, you imagine openness. You just open a window in the room when the room is getting smoky. You open a window. Likewise, when you're locked into a strong emotion, you focus on the openness part of this meditation, the space. And I do a little bit of watercolor painting, and I think about how if I have a puddle on my paper and I just drop the intense color, the purple of rage or something, drop it into the water, how it spreads out and gets thinner. Like that, like you're letting the emotion just go. Take away the boundaries and let it just flow out into space and be absorbed. And finally, if you can't do either of those, let's say that you're you're just so wound up that nothing works, settling and opening don't work at all. And then you call on compassion. And compassion, especially for yourself, but also for other people who have ended up feeling like you feel right now. And in compassion, you also settle the body and try to open, but add the element of picturing someone, anyone, who has been kind to you. Any kind of small kindness or big kindness, people have been kind to you in your life. So find an image of someone, think of someone who has done you right, who has been there for you, who cares about you. Vividly recall that person's kindness, and then feel it flowing in your body. Feel it softening you in every cell. Just soak yourself in the kindness of that person and what they would want for you right now, and how you're not alone with your feeling stuck. You're not alone. There's help. There's people who care. So picture that love and that kindness and bathe in it, basically. Let it soften you. And don't forget to share that as you feel relief happening. Share that relief by sending it out, radiating it out. Let it radiate out from you like a cool breeze on a hot day. Send out the relief of being free from the trap of some strong emotion or some just totally wound up state. So use these tools in the moment where they're needed. You don't need to rigidly do the same thing every time. You can start out to just do a regular emotion and realize when you get into it, as you settle, as you open, that there's resistance inside of you, that it's not going like you want it to, or it's not. Then you can adapt it. You can say, well, I need to settle. I'm not settling. So focus on the body. Let the body help you. And if you find that there's some emotion that's just got you in its grasp, then you think about space. Emotion, open the doors. Open the doors and windows and let the fresh air come in. And emotion can't stand up to that kind of aeration, that kind of openness. And finally, if nothing else works, have compassion for yourself. Remember that people have been kind to you. People are kind to you every day in some way. Somebody opens a door for you, or lends you $1, or just smiles at you. There's kindness all around you. It's almost unavoidable. So draw that in, bring it in, and let it soften your heart, and then radiate it back out to everyone like you who needs it. So there, I've gone 13 minutes instead of the 10 that I intended, but you can save this video and watch it again if you need to. And again, meditation is wonderful. It's best if you make it as normal a habit as brushing your teeth. But if you can't do that, you can at least do these little, when you need it, try it. If you make it a daily habit, it's easier to use it in a time of crisis, like I'm saying today, because you're just more familiar with it. But whatever you can do is fine. So I wish you all the best, and go in peace. Thank you.